Where is Tarig gone? Tarig. So this is our last session of the day, and after this session we will have an awards dinner at 7:30. Those of you who are attending, please come, and those of you who haven't had an invitation, you are also welcome to come back at 7:30 and enjoy the International Takaful Awards dinner, so that we can award some of the best companies a prestigious award. Okay, so all of you are welcome at 7:30 if you have the time and the inclination to attend. Those who are attending, obviously you are welcome. In this final session, we want to look at the Takaful in some developing markets. Unfortunately, our friend from Bangladesh could not get a visa to come in time, so he has not been able to make it. But I have persuaded my good friend Osman Ismail to substitute for him and talk about Malaysia instead of talking about Bangladesh. And I think we are still waiting for Gunawan to come and join us for Indonesia. Please. Okay, and our moderator at the moment is Tarig from Sudan, United Insurance in Sudan. I think he's an experienced moderator. I have given him a time limit because the room has to be set for the dinner for tonight. So I think we have 45 minutes to an hour, and then we will go upstairs and we can have more snacks and whatever you want. Thank you very much, and I hand over to Tarig, please.
Good evening. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome, guys. It's the last session of the day. Hopefully we'll try to make it interesting. Our topic is developing Takaful markets. I'll just start with a little brief on who I am. I'm Tarig Osman, chairman of United Insurance, a private company in Sudan that does Takaful insurance for the past 25 years. I don't come from an insurance background, so I'm going to try to make this into more of a business side and trying to find the feasibility of the Takaful market. We have some great speakers today, and we're very interested to hear about the South Africa experience, the Pakistan experience, and we're going to hear from the Malaysia experience. But I'm going to ask my speakers to try to make it as short as possible so we can try to get it interactive as much as possible between the delegates and us available today. I'd just like to start with putting some parameters around on developing it. And my personal belief that Takaful actually can compete against conventional insurance on a normal playing field without any rules of making it Islamic, etc. And if we can't do that, then we have a problem with the model. The product itself has a problem, and to develop it, we have to make it compete on a normal playing field. The customer has to choose not because it's a religious product, but because it's a better product. With that, I'd like to start straight away. Gentlemen, I think we're listed on the first presentation as the Indonesia's Takaful industry.
Short as possible. All right, okay. A very tough job. As short as possible, he said, Mr. Chairman. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad wa ba'd. In the last session, I'm the first of the last session, hopefully not the least, of course. My name is Mohammad Gunawan Yasni from Astra General Insurance. I think Astra now in Indonesia is the biggest Sharia general insurance in the industry now. Yeah. We are still having this Windows product, not yet completely full-fledged of Sharia insurance, but we are going to have the opportunity to make it legitimate as a full entity of Sharia insurance before the year of 2024, as mandated by the laws in insurance in Indonesia. Okay, without further more, I would like to give some notes for the session. We can just go through the presentation. First, I would like to address that the industry, the Sharia insurance industry in Indonesia, started in 1994, 2 years after the first Sharia bank, that is Bank Muamalat. Can you change the presentation slides, please? Okay. Okay. Again. Yeah, next slides, please. Okay. And now I'm going to highlight the last 6 years of the development of Sharia insurance industry in Indonesia. From the year 2012 to 2018, the compounded annual growth rate of the Sharia insurance in Indonesia is 25.07. So, it was peaked in 2014 with 34.34%. That is the assets. If we look at the contribution, the compounded annual growth rate would be 15.04%, peak in 2013 with 29.58%. Okay. And we should see in the presentation that the claim ratio in Sharia insurance industry in Indonesia is manageable. We try to manage it into like 25% of the total claim ratio, even go below that. But in 2013 and 2014, as the compounded growth rate is peak, but also the claim ratio, you can see at the statistics there. And of course, some highlights is that the family Takaful, family Takaful is leading. So even I'm the Sharia Supervisory Board Chairman at the Astra Insurance, Astra General Insurance, but the Sharia General Insurance is, is dominated. If you look at the comparison, family Takaful is more dominant in Indonesia compared to the Sharia General Insurance. And if you look at the, again at the statistic here, I would like to have some minor corrections, like when we use the AGS, it means like Takaful, family Takaful, AUS is General Takaful, and REAS is ReTakaful. And of course, I didn't make this presentation. This presentation is made by the Financial Services Authority of Indonesia. Why? Because I don't want to present anything that is not legitimate for the floor, for the audience. So I made this presentation for me. So if you find any mistakes, that is not my mistakes. That's the mistakes of the Financial Services Authority of Indonesia. Okay. Micro Takaful is increasing rapidly, even doubled in even doubled within the 5-year period. Again, I would like to make some corrections here. If you see the abbreviation like jutaan, it means million rupiah IDR, and we use dot to make like 1,000 is like 1.000 instead of 1,000. That is the the writings in Indonesia. And if you look at some of the numbers using M at the back, it means milliard, or it means a billion in US dollar. I mean billion in rupiah. So to make it simple, if you want to look at the numbers in IDR or Indonesian rupiah, if you want to compare that, if you want to convert that into US dollar, you should divide that with 14,000, because $1 is 14,000 rupiah. This is a very small change of, currency, I guess. And I would like to address something more about the opportunity and the challenge. As you can see, the opportunities, we are a large population of Muslims in Indonesia with 260 million people, and 83% are Muslims. And the Takaful market share in Indonesia is still low, below 5%. So you can see the potentials that we can make it grow even larger. And just recently, we have the vice president elected for 2019 to 2024, which is the chairman of the National Sharia Board, Indonesian Council of Ulama. So the National Sharia Board, Indonesian Council of Ulama, comprised of 89 people there. 12 of us are the collegial chairmanship at the National Sharia Board. And Professor Dr. K. Haji Ma'ruf Amin, his name is Vice President elected for 2019 to 2024. And we have been together with him trying to develop the Sharia market in Indonesia for the last 20 years. So you can imagine what is going to happen within 5 years. We are going to make some quantum leap in Sharia financial industry in Indonesia, of course with the guidance, with the coordination of the new vice president elected, inshallah. And of course, there are some challenges. A lot of Takaful windows in Indonesia. Only several are full-fledged Takaful operators. Why? I think this is in accordance with the business perspectives, because if you have Windows product, sometimes it means that it is more sufficient, it is more efficient in giving that to the public. You don't bear too much cost because you have to be one single entity, Sharia entity, but instead you can just sell your products. Okay, I think I will let Mr. Chairman pass on to other other speakers because I've been warned just 2 minutes. Okay, I will not take 2 minutes. I will just end my presentation here. Hopefully that you can dig more about Indonesian Takaful industry. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I think we can always continue on the Indonesian market and learn a lot more, but just to get time. So we're going to go to South Africa now and learn about our Takaful experience in South Africa.
Thanks very much, Tarig. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. I just made a deal with Tarig now. 1 year's free Takaful insurance from Sudan, and I'll cut the presentation for him and really make up time. So we're on. Okay. So I'm going to just get to really the crux of where we are in terms of South Africa, because this is really just an update from where we were last year. But I want to start right at the end. Somebody asked me a question just a little bit earlier on in terms of if I came back here in 1 year, what would I want to tell him that we've progressed in South Africa? And I think if I must be blatantly honest, the first word that comes to my mind was sustainability. I want to see a Takaful product and a Takaful operation in South Africa that is sustainable. The one issue that is crystal clear for me is that there must be a broad-based awareness throughout the country in terms of what Takaful offers, what it's all about, create credibility, create trust. And the last thing is to build a brand that one can be proud of in terms of serving the community, not only from a business perspective, but serving the community from a social cohesion perspective. I think that is, for me, some of the key things that I'd like to see. So if you look at the products that we're currently selling, we certainly believe that from a South African perspective, the businessman in South Africa deserves to have all the products that is available on a conventional product. And my colleague Umair sitting over there and myself have put together a complete list of products. These are all Sharia compliant products. And so the businessman in South Africa is not short of any kind of product that is available on the conventional side. Some of the new products that we're looking at, we really want to go into the micro side. We know there is a macro perspective to be looked at, but from the micro side, we believe there's some fantastic opportunities in South Africa as well as in Africa. And therefore, we are looking at going on the micro side. We're looking at potentially a group family Takaful product that will serve a charitable purpose as well as a business situation. So there are two aspects that we are looking at there. And then some of the other things is a packaged short-term period product. On the micro Takaful side, there's the life, there's the short-term, there's what we term off-the-shelf package, where somebody can come along as if he's walking into a supermarket and take an insurance product off the shelf, walk out, have the cover that he needs, and come back some other time in the future to come and buy anything else that he wants. So it's short period. We also want to look at how we can do it on an increasing and de-risking as well as a decreasing term basis. And then one of the key things that I think we need to be looking at from a Takaful perspective is as innovative as what the conventional side is going in terms of pay as you go. You pay for what you insure. And we are looking at a different mode of how risk is brought to us in the future. So you got autonomous vehicles coming, driverless vehicles coming. I'm sure you've all, and your children have all seen Transformers. So the big question around Transformers is, would you give them motor vehicle cover or would you give them life cover? You can ponder about that one. Then on the technology side, I think critical. We cannot leave the technology side out of it. It is highly important in this fast advancing society, fast advancing world that we live in, that we provide from a technological point of view. I'm not going to go through each one of them. If I did, I'd lose that 12 months insurance. So you can see there's quite a number of key issues and key aspects that one needs to look at going into the future, because these are all the things that our future generations are going to be looking at and going to be expecting us to provide if we want to have a sustainable product. Our distribution model, what we're looking at is expanding our footprint in South Africa. We had a centralized model which was restricted to one area, sold throughout South Africa. We're now moving to a decentralized structure which will allow us an expanded footprint across the whole of the country with multiple administrators, multiple brokers who are able to access multiple clients from different areas of South Africa. At the moment, we've got about 20 to 25 predominantly Muslim brokers. We want to go across the board to any broker who has a Muslim client or a non-Muslim client, because we are moving in a direction that will provide a product to be able to be sold to anyone in South Africa, not just to the Muslim population. One of the other things is value adds. We've got a Takaful app. The Takaful app at the moment does some very nice things for us. It certainly serves a very good purpose. But we are looking to expand the app where the app can become a self-service app for the customer who can actually take his insurance through the app, do his own rating, do his self-inspection on motor vehicles with a bit of advanced technology that will highlight some of the key things on vehicles. So we are looking to certainly expand our app as well. Just to put some of the things in perspective, in Africa, we've got 52.4% at this point in time as a rough estimate in terms of Muslim population in Africa, which gives us a massive opportunity. We are launching in Botswana on the 1st of August. So that's our first African foray that we're going into Botswana. It's a nice opportunity for us, and it's an opportunity where we will certainly be looking at a population across the board and not just at the Muslim population. But certainly there's an opportunity for us there. Lastly, in terms of strategy, we're looking to grow the business, but we're not looking to grow at all costs. For us, what is important is that the technical performance matches the growth that we have, because that is critical in terms of the sustainability. There's massive opportunity in South Africa, without a doubt. Our institutions have plus minus 150,000 customers, of which currently we have 4,000. So there's 146,000 opportunities for us to go and get additional business, good business. We are launching, as I said, in Botswana as a footprint into Africa. And then our administrator type model is something that we're going to be focusing on and certainly moving into in quite a big way in terms of bringing more and more administrators across the whole of South Africa. What is important, as I mentioned earlier on, is from a community perspective, is that we also serve the community and not just be there as a business. And what we've established, or in the process of establishing, is a Waka fund, a charity fund that will serve the community in South Africa. And Bryte has contributed 500,000 Rand towards the fund to kickstart that fund. And that will serve directly the community in South Africa. And then collaboration for us is one of the key drivers behind building a business that is sustainable. We've got quite a number of collaborative issues at the moment. Partners that we are partnering with, and we're certainly looking at expanding our business via partnership. We believe that the institution